Why are we here today? Home opener, grand opening of the brand new stadium, Baseball Dream Park. That is a temporary name. If you're wondering why it's kind of an odd name, my understanding is that it's a temporary name. I'm sure that there'll be some money attached to the naming rights of that stadium, but good for them as the Hanwha Eagles get a brand new stadium for 2025. We are mimicking real life, you could say. They are, in actuality, for 2025, building a 20,000 seat new stadium, going from, I believe, 7,000 seat stadium to a 20,000 seat stadium. Their stadium is the oldest in the KBO. It was built, I believe, in 1964. So we thought, well, if we're going to continue into 2025 with the Hanwha Eagles, let's go into the stadium editor, see what we can crank out, give you an idea of how things are going so far for the team. Moon off to a slow start, just 167. Again, we're only talking about 5 ball games so far. But important players, not that they are not all important, but Che, the DH, we threw him in that third spot and said we need to have a better season than last year. Hit his first home run the other day. He's had a few hits drop, so he's doing all right. No, hit his second home run already, so he's off to a pretty good start. Che had a blast in the previous live stream that we did. So An, the first baseman, we needed a better year out of him. Che and An are the $2 million guys who had subpar seasons last year. We need them to pick it up. Kim, the new guy in center field, doing a good job defensively. Batting average needs some work. But, so the team is not hitting great, but playing 500 ball. So there's been spots, and it's 5 games in. So let's see this thing play out. Who's on the mound today? We're going to have Rue, our ace, will be taking the mound for the home opener, and then Castaneda will get game 2. Right now, you see a 4-person rotation. I can speak. That is because you'll notice over under injuries that Moon, Dongjo Moon, the pitcher, is out for 10 days. We don't have a diagnosis yet on what it is. I had a pitching issue because Lee left his last start with an injury. Then Moon came into the next start. He left early. So we have these last 2 games where we went 12 innings. We went 10 innings here. We went 10 innings on Sunday. So we've thrown 3 extra inning games out of the last 4 games. We did have a day off on Monday. But we're coming into this series with KT, the home opener, and we have a depleted pitching staff. So I transferred a few guys up from the minors. I sent 2 guys down while one was created by the injury, which is why I'm explaining that we just put Moon straight to the 10-day because it looks like he's going to be out for a little bit. So we just put him on the 10-day without knowing the diagnosis, but we needed the roster spot. So we brought 2 right-handers up just so we could have some fresh arms because our bullpen, like I said, is pretty depleted right now. Yeah, two games in a row where we had our pitcher go basically an inning and a third or an inning and 2/3. So that's going to wear you out. That's going to tire out a pitching staff. So far, 2-2-1. We'll take that. We had a series against a tough Kia team. So, we'll take the split from them early on. But now we go home. We play KT. And it's time to start doing some winning. So let's get into this thing. Hey, everybody. Future Judge here, just letting you know that there were some audio issues on the stream. So I'm just jumping in here to explain that this first highlight that you're seeing is the very first pitch, Baseball Dream Park from Rue. And you're also seeing a second baseman, or veteran second baseman, Jung, drive in the very first Hanwha Eagles run in the new stadium. Line drive down the right field line. That's going to hit off the fence. That thing was hit hard. Jung into second. 1 run is in. Another runner holds at third base. Hanwha takes the lead. Here's your pitch. Gets away. That's going to score a run. No will take third base. That's a big run. Makes it a 4-0 ball game. Hopefully takes a little pressure off of these relief pitchers for the 8th and the 9th. So Che now steps in. Pitch. That one gets away. What is going on? Usually I do stuff like this. We're going to go to the 8th. 97 pitches. That will do it for Rue. 7 innings pitched, just 3 hits, 6 strikeouts. That's a lot of strikeouts for him. And Jang will take over. 1 for 3 today. 2 men on, nobody out. There's a line drive into center field. That's going to drop in. That will score a run. It's a 5-1 ball game. We do not have a lot of options in the pen, as you saw a little while ago. All right, so Gang to the plate. Jang in some trouble here. He's throwing 12 pitches. None of them have been good.
Strike 3.
There we go. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Got him looking at a fastball. It's a line drive into right field. Che is there. He'll make the catch. Fire it back in. And will not send the runner. So 2 outs now. We just need to make a good pitch and get out of this thing. Here's the 0-2. Got him. Looked like that might have been a little bit inside, but he went after it late. Curveball. 66 mile an hour. He couldn't lay off of it. So here we go. Here's the 9th. Line drive into left field. Going back is Moon. He's under it. Makes the catch. 1 away. Third baseman batting 7th. 400. 6 for 15. Ground ball, no over. Up with it. Fires the first. They got him. Hanwha 1 out away from recording their first win at Baseball Dream Park. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And the Eagles get their first win in their brand new stadium. I'd like to thank the Hanwha Eagles cheerleaders for helping us celebrate that win. All right, so there's actually a pretty good look at the stadium without anyone on it. Let's go check out the box score because we don't want to forget. We want to check this attendance today. It's a nice win, 5-1 victory. KT 1 run on 6 hits. Hanwha 5 runs on 13 hits. No with 3 hits. Drove in a run. Jung with 3 hits. Drove in 2 runs. Both great performances, but I think your player of the game is probably going to be Rue. He goes to 2-0. 7 shutout innings, 6 strikeouts. Got the 97 pitches. I just didn't want to push him much past that. And Jang came in rough early for sure. Loaded the bases up with nobody out, but ends up going 2 innings and just giving up 1 run. Ends up striking out 3. So shook off the rust and got the last 6 outs. So he could be an answer to a trivia question because he's not somebody that was on the roster. Okay, so look at this. We got Rue as the player of the game. And you look at our attendance, 12,749. So the graphics looked like a full stadium. It's a 26,000 seat stadium, and I was not expecting 26,000 people to show up to watch this game. But 12,000 almost 13, 12-7. So almost 13 is, it might be double what our average attendance was last year. It might be double. Now, this is the home opener, so we'll see if this stays, if how this attendance goes. But the point I'm trying to make is we got more seats. We need to put butts in those seats. We did it today. So let's move up a day. So like I said, looking at the standings real quick, that puts KT at 2-4, moves Hanwha up to 3-2-1. We already do have that tie. All right, everybody, Future Judge is back. And we just wanted to come in and give you an update because we did the stream. We did opening day. We also did game 2 on the stream as well. But since then, we've done some updates due to the audio issues that we had with the stream. Kind of delayed this video coming out. So it's been a few days since we updated this playthrough, the season 2 for the Hanwha Eagles. So let's take a look right now at the results. Of course, you've already seen the 5-1 victory on opening day. Game 2 was a 7-4 loss, unfortunately. Franklin Castanado did not have a great start. They're off to a rough start, actually. 7.5 is the ERA in 2 starts, 6 innings, 6 earned runs, 8 hits. So looking for Castanado to bounce back. McCarty picked up the win. He's 1-0. Threw a really good ball game. Did get to him a little bit late. And big story in this game, though, I mean, outside of the loss, but the silver lining in this was we talked about all those extra inning games and a couple pitchers leaving early after just like less than 2 innings into their start. So very depleted bullpen coming into this initial homestand, but coming through and doing a great job in this game. The bullpen threw 3 innings of relief, just gave up one unearned run in a losing cause, but did come through. The guys that we called up, the 2 guys that we called up, did play some pretty pivotal roles in this series. 4 runs on 9 hits. You're looking at, actually our left fielder Moon had a big day, 4 for 5. He had 3 doubles. That ties a KBO record. So good job by him. Average now at 265, so he was off to a slow start. So nice to see a good game from him. And let's go to game 2. Or game 3, excuse me. Game 3 is a 7-1 win. So win number 4. So the Eagles take 2 of 3 in this series with KT. And the star of the game has to be the MVP third baseman from last year. 3 for 3 with 3 runs. He drove in 2, hit a home run, hitting .394 with 4 home runs, 8 RBIs already in this 8-game season so far. Beyond that, some key hits, but not a ton of offense in this one. No carried us. There's going to be nights like that where no carries the offense. And a really great job on the mound by Vera. Well pitched ball game. Very much needed. Vera now 1-0, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, just 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. So 3.46 is the ERA for him. So, and as I said, No is the player of the game. We talked about opening day. The attendance was over 12,000. That is just about double, maybe more than double what the capacity for our stadium, what was it, Eagles Park, something like that, was last year. Game 2 was over 7,000, which was over the capacity of last year's stadium. And today, or game 3 of the series, 6,979. That may actually be over capacity. If it's not, it's close. So we've started talking about attendance, and the whole idea about building the stadium was to see if we could, we're not going to fill a 26,000 seat stadium in the KBO. Maybe if we make it to the finals or something in the deep playoff run, but the regular season, you're not going to do that. But we've already basically beat the capacity of last year's stadium in the first 3 games. We'll see how that holds up. The attendance has been dropping as expected. Opening day is going to be the biggest. It's going to go down from there, but hopefully we keep winning. We keep putting butts in seats. We get more revenue. We push ourselves to the top of the KBO. Moon, 1 big game, raises his average. Hopefully that gets him going. Ha at shortstop, struggling a little bit. Che, we talk about Che and we talk about An. We talk about those 2 guys together just because they are the 2 veterans who are making over $1 million on this team on a $13 million budget. And that's a big chunk of our pay, a big chunk of our revenue. Those 2 guys need to produce. They're getting their hits. It's very early, 8 games in. So we'll see. We talked about nose numbers. Che in right field had a big hit on the opening series. He's been scattering some hits, but he does have 7 RBIs. So that's not a bad start. 227, but 7 RBI. So he's hitting timely. And Kim in center field doing a great job defensively. Really has made some really nice plays, covering a lot of ground. But the offense is not there yet. Keep our fingers crossed on that. Jung, we showed you the highlight of him driving in the first run ever at Baseball Dream Park. And then Che behind the plate. He's a really good catcher, but man, we need some offense out of him. Starting rotation, Rue and Vera off to nice starts. Castaneda, 2 tough starts in a row. He should rebound. We'll see. That's very important for this team. Lee slides into that 4th spot in the rotation. He'll get his first start the next game we play. Jang is one of the guys we called up because of injuries and a depleted bullpen. He's going to hang out. He's going to take the 5th spot for a few starts. Juan, who was one of our free agent signings that was coming in to take that 5th spot, has been out hurt. And we will see once he's healthy in 2 weeks, he should slide back into that 5th spot. Moon, who was going to be our 4th starter, out for 4 months. That's a tough injury. Hopefully we get him back because that's the youth in our rotation right there. That's what we're hoping to be a future cornerstone. Hopefully this is just a temporary setback. In the bullpen, you see the main, the big arms, we'll call them. Joe has been great as the closer. Kim, Erla, Jung, the lefty, have done great. Park moves down to the middle relief from the setup role. So far, so good for him. The bullpen's been good. The bullpen has been effective. They've saved our bacon in a couple of games where pitchers left games early due to injury. We had games where the bullpen threw 9 innings and kept us in ball games. So, as we said, 4-3-1, off to an expected start. And the attendance is up so far, so we'll see if we can keep that up. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you following this team here on the YouTube series. Don't forget, this is a live stream on Tuesday afternoons at 1:30 on Twitch, JudgeMetaltv. Just come there and find us. You can talk to us there. Also, drop into the chat down below or the comment section. Please like, subscribe. Trying to grow the channel, and we appreciate any support you can give us.